everyone! Welcome to today's lesson on Christian worship. Have you ever walked past a church and wondered what actually happens inside? And what do Christians even mean when they say the church? Let's find out. First, what is worship? At its heart, worship is how Christians show their love and devotion to God. This can be through prayer, singing, reading the Bible, or taking communion. While worship can happen anywhere, like at home or outdoors, Christians often gather in a special place to worship together. And that brings us to our first meaning of church, when you see a steeple or a cross on a building. You're probably looking at a church building. Let's take a virtual tour. This is the altar, the focal point. It's where communion is served, reminding Christians of Jesus' Last Supper. Here's the font, used for baptisms, welcoming people into the Christian family. Stained glass windows tell Bible stories visually, like a comic book of faith. And the nave is where everyone sits together, symbolizing unity, so the building provides a dedicated, sacred space that helps focus the mind on God. But here's where it gets interesting. Church means something much bigger. In the original Greek New Testament, the word for church is ekklesia, which means assembly or gathered people. Not a building at all. Jesus said, "Where two or three gather in my name, there I am with them." No mention of a building. This is why Christians often say the church is the people, not the building. The church's community means shared belief in Jesus, shared worship, a shared mission to love and serve, and caring for each other and the world. So the building is like the clubhouse. Useful and important, but the real team is the people inside it. Let's review. The church building is a center for worship and community life. But the church itself, with a capital C, is actually the living community of believers. One is the container, the other is the content. Think about that. If the church building was destroyed, would the church still exist? Many Christians would say yes, because the church is the people, not the bricks and mortar. So remember, Christians use church in two ways: for the building where they meet, and for the community that meets there. Both matter. Pause and try answering these questions. Name 3 features of a church building. What's the difference between church as a building and as a community? And why do Christians say the church is the people? Thanks for learning with us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for our next video. What questions do you have about Christian worship? Drop them in the comments below. See you next time.